Hi there guys, welcome once again to Jonesy's vlog. So starting off today with that piece of news that I was talking about in my last vlog that I was expecting to be sort of broken this week, actually got broken the next day, which I wasn't expecting, but it was of course that BBC Radio Leeds are back at Leeds United. And to me, it's to a lot of people it's not big news. And I'm not saying, you know, in the grand scheme of things it's not massive news, but if you look at the bigger picture, it's another sign, and it shows again that, you know, the era of Bates is gone. You know, the fact that whilst he was in charge, you know, Radio Leeds were never going to get back in at Leeds United. You know, he just wanted Yorkshire Radio to be the one and only really station that was you know, with coverage of the Leeds United games. So, you know, it shows again that you know, GFH are looking at the bigger picture, and they're wanting as much sort of, not publicity, but as much sort of coverage of the club as they can get, like things used to be. You know, none of this banning journalists and banning certain newspapers and all that kind of stuff that Bates usually did. So, you know, looking at the big picture, I think it's great that Radio Leeds are back. And for me personally, I mean, I've grown up with Radio Leeds, listening to them with Leeds United games. You know, started supporting them in 96, 97, as people know. And, you know, straight from the off, it was always Radio Leeds that was on in the car, and you know, listening to that with Bryn Law, of course, in the early days. Moving on to Ian Dennis, who was always very overexcited. Then I think the next guy, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I'm sure that the other guy was called Luke Wildman. I'm not 100% sure on that name, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And then of course on to the Pope, Adam Pope, who is brilliant, really great commentator, but also a really great guy. You know, as many people know, that I did spend a year working at BBC Radio Leeds, and got to know the guys there really well. They're a fantastic team. Like I say, Pope is one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, but obviously a great journalist and a great commentator to go with that, and it shows with the amount of stuff that he does around the BBC. You can hear him on the Football League show every now and again. But then there's a sports editor, Gareth Jones, who I know very well. Paul Ogden there, who does the Huddersfield Town matches. He's a great guy as well. But all of them work together so well. And there's Catherine Hanna as well. She's a massive Leeds fan. But again, she does a great job. She does the West Yorkshire Sport Daily show every now and again. But like I say, yeah, just fantastic to have them back on board. And like I say, it should never really have got to that stage in the first place. I mean, I did see someone saying something about the fact that it should have happened because Radio Leeds didn't make the correct offer, and that they'd massively cut the offer down for the rights for the coverage, when, as a matter of fact, as far as I'm aware, obviously, like I say, you know, I know people that work there, the offer that they made was no different to the offers made in previous years, and apparently Bates was asking for an absolutely ridiculous offer and amount to gain the radio rights, which was obvious because, as we know, you know, he wanted Yorkshire Radio to succeed, and the only way that was going to happen really at that time was to get Radio Leeds out of the picture. And you know, he was in charge, so he managed to do it. You know, it shouldn't have happened in the first place. But I do also want to say, you know, this isn't a case of you know, choosing either Yorkshire Radio or BBC Radio Leeds and that one's better than the other, vice versa, whatever. You know, Yorkshire Radio has done a great job. If you ignore the Bates side of things, and the guy in charge there, Ben Fry, who I'm sure a lot of people know, he's the announcer at Ellen Road, but he's also one of the biggest. Honestly, I did some work experience at Yorkshire Radio, and this is how I know, you know, a lot of the guys again are really great guys, but Ben Fry just walks about like he's, you know, the best thing, you know, on earth, and that everyone should sort of look up to him, and that he's this, you know, massive guy at the club and all that, when really he's just not a very nice man, to be honest with you. And the way he treated me whilst I was there as a work experience guy, you know, you can tell he just looks down at a lot of people. But away from that, the guys at Yorkshire Radio, obviously Tom Kerwin, fantastic commentator, massive Leeds fan. As he said on Twitter the other day, he had quite a long sort of speech thing that he did about how much Leeds United means to him, and how much he, you know, feels he's lucky to have the job that he has, and also saying that he has a lot of respect for Radio Leeds and is welcoming the competition, which was really, really great of him to say. You know, very, very sort of humble of him to say. But you know, he's a great guy, great commentator, very professional, as was shown the other night in Slovenia when he had to do the entire commentary on his mobile phone and do it all on his own without a summariser. I mean, I don't know if anyone's tried sort of to talk or commentate on the game of football for 90 minutes just on their own. You know, it's pretty difficult. So yeah, very professional, great guy. And there's the other guys, there's obviously Michael Waydock, who does the sort of main presenting thing on match days. He's a great guy, again, a really good professional. Johnny Buchan, again, massive Leeds fan, great guy, got to know him quite well whilst I was there. Dan Harper, who does the morning shows, he's a really funny guy, and again, you know, great sort of journalist and professional. So, and you know, that they have done a great job. I mean, obviously it's not the greatest sort of radio station about, because it is quite a low budget thing, and I mean, it does cost Leeds United money at the end of the day, but for what, you know, the facilities that they have, and the, you know, sort of lack of people at work there, you know, they do quite a good job, considering they have to cover a lot of Yorkshire with a lot of the things that they do. They do great rugby league stuff. Oh, Richard Stead as well, who was the guy who kind of looked after me whilst I was there on work experience. Again, a really great guy, but he does all the rugby league, and you know, they've had some pretty good stuff alongside Radio Leeds with rugby league coverage, and together, you know, it kind of goes side by side. And I mean, let's hope that this does work like that as well, you know, because it would be such a shame for all that work that they've done and all the hard work they've put into Yorkshire Radio all to be undone, for everyone to then sort of move away and listen to Radio Leeds. You know, you can listen to both, you know, pick and choose away and home games and stuff. I mean, for me personally, I will be going back to Radio Leeds again, just for the reason that I've given. You know, I've grown up with them, listening to them, and I know a lot of the guys there, and I know the amount of work that they put in. So, you know, personally, I probably will be choosing that, but every now and again I'll want to listen to Yorkshire Radio for the you know, the shows that they have on Monday evenings and on Fridays. You know, they do great shows there. So yeah, that's all I have to say really on that matter. Just again emphasise, you know, I think it's fantastic stuff that you know, Radio Leeds are sort of back on board. It's another sign that Bates has gone, and it's just another step in the right direction, that GFH are, you know, doing the right things really. And also they've brought out this sort of get behind, you know, forgetting the past, you know, it's all about our future sort of campaign thing, and putting posters up around the city, which is, again, it's just a little thing, you know, it's not a major thing that they're doing, but it just all feels really right. It just feels right and positive. It's hard to explain, but I know a lot of people, you know, are really happy with the things that they're doing. You know, it's one step at a time. But still, you know, hopefully we want them to invest in the team a bit more, but you know, there's still time for that to happen. So obviously the Tour of Slovenia ended last night with that 1-0 defeat, a 1-0 defeat that wasn't really deserved by the sound of things. It was obviously Noel Hunt was doing the co-commentary last night with Tom Kerwin, and great value, you know, to listen to. He was really on form and gave a bit of an insight into sort of training and what it's like being at the club. You know, it's a really good listen. But we put up a really good fight. I think in defence we did quite well. The referee was apparently against us, but then we expect that from European ones, don't we? You know, quite a couple of poor penalty decisions that went against us. So, you know, we probably could have got something out of the game. I know it's just a friendly, but all in all, you know, the main thing is McDermott was happy with the performance. He said, you know, all the players did everything that was expected, and as everyone keeps saying, I know people keep repeating it, but pre-season is all about getting that fitness and getting that sort of team bonding together, working together as a team, and clearly that's been working on this tour in Slovenia. Obviously the 2-1 defeat the other night was a bit more disappointing, the fact that we were 1-0 up and we let that lead go within was it in the last 15-20 minutes, I think. And I mean, it was a very last minute goal that did defeat us. So I think that was disappointing. I don't think Brian McDermott was very happy with that, but he seems quite happy on the whole with the tour. So he's very happy with the fitness levels. the guys with the injuries. I think he said Ashdown isn't doing as well as he'd hoped with his injury, but Sam Byram is definitely sort of on the road to recovery, which is all, you know, obviously brilliant to see. Hopefully he should be back for Brighton. But yeah, he seems really happy with everyone. As I said in the last vlog, the team bonding and the sort of gelling there seems to be, well, it doesn't seem like it needs to really happen anymore. You know, it's already happened. You see it on Twitter, everyone seems to be getting on. Noel Hunt was talking last night, saying how together everyone is. He also sent a tweet out the other night, which was also nice to see. You know, obviously everyone on Twitter's been saying how hilarious the banter's been between the players, and that it's good to see. But he did send a tweet out saying as good as that is, and as important as it is that that's happening, it comes absolutely second to, you know, their determination, to what they're wanting to do out on the pitch, and how much they all want to work, well, how hard they are working in training, and how much they're wanting to push this season for promotion. And I think that was just really good to see. You know, an experienced head just stepping in and saying, yep, the banter's great, that's really good, and the gelling, but what's more important is what we're doing on the training pitch. And, you know, as professionals, we're working towards the same goal, which is trying to get Leeds United back to the Premier League, which was really, really nice to see that, actually. So obviously now the team are back, and Brian McDermott has said over the tour that, you know, no sort of transfer activity is going to happen until they get home, which starts from today, as far as everyone's concerned, really. You know, discussions with the board and the owners and stuff. So hopefully get this fourth signing that he keeps talking about done and out of the way. Really want to know who it is now. I think everyone's, you know, really desperate to know whether it's Gary McKay-Stevens or... The thing is, that's the only name that's on the list that a lot of people are talking about. We really have no idea about this one, but he keeps saying it's such a key signing. So maybe it is him, it could be someone we've just not expected at all. So hopefully we might find out before Walsall on Saturday. That's the next pre-season game. So it would be nice to have an extra, you know, a new face in for that match, which McDermott says he's going to play like pick a team and just make a few substitutions. You know, none of this 60 minutes, 30 minutes, you know, changing the entire team. You know, he's gonna pick a team for the whole match, and then just, you know, make a few substitutions in the second half, which I think is a good move. You know, he's had the 4 games now, including Farsley, to, you know, really mix and sort of change the squad about. And he keeps saying that he's not talking about or picking a first team. He's saying that'll just pick itself. He's concentrating on the squad as a whole, you know, the 24, 25 players, whatever it is. And again, it's all sort of positive stuff that we're hearing from him. And I mean, I don't know about everyone else out there, but I can't wait for the season to start now. I mean, I bought my Brighton ticket the other day. I'm sat in the South Stand, and I just really, I can't wait for it to you know, to get going. I think everyone's getting excited now. So just before we finish, another bit of good news this week. I think it was yesterday morning. It was announced that Neil Sullivan is back at the club as academy goalkeeping coach. Again, I think that's a fantastic move from the club. You know, I always liked Neil Sullivan. You know, he was a top class keeper, and you know, the spell that he had here at Leeds United was a real good one. Became quite a fan's favourite. You know, even when he went to Doncaster, he always got a good reception from the Leeds fans. So, you know, that's been welcomed by the supporters, and, you know, he's a perfect person to bring the young goalkeepers through and to work with the goalkeepers at the club. You know, he's got that experience. He's you know, had such a fantastic career. You know, Wimbledon, Spurs, Chelsea, Leeds, Doncaster. You know, a very varied career, but a great career at that. And yeah, like I say, you know, a fantastic person to have around the club. Not just, you know, for the goalkeepers, but just in general. One of those, you know, people to have around the training facilities, who's, you know, been and seen it all and can pass on his wisdom to, you know, not just the goalkeepers, you know, to all young players there. So another positive, I keep using that word, don't I, but another positive move from the club. And I think that's probably a good place to end it, guys. Really, thank you very much. Sorry for all the comments, especially on the last video. Got a lot of people talking about various things, various scenarios, various key points at the club, and please keep that going. I'm still off Twitter at the moment, might be going back to it maybe sometime towards the end of this week, but I'm not really missing it. Like I say, I might do a different vlog on that altogether about the reasons why I've done that. So you can't really get in touch with me properly on Twitter at the moment unless you send me a direct message. So the best place to get in touch with me is on here, in the comment section. I'll send me a message on here. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. So please do keep sharing and liking and subscribing to my channel, of course, if you enjoy it. If don't, then you know, bugger off. But yeah, thank you for watching anyway, guys, and do get in touch if you want, and hopefully I will see you all very soon.